Good morning everyone. Today we discuss about lymphatic system. Lymphatic system is the accessory root of the circulatory system. It consists of lymph capillaries, lymph vessels, lymph ducts. Lymph capillaries, lymph vessels, lymph ducts. Lymph capillaries. Lymph capillaries are microscopic. These are the lymph capillaries. Lymph capillaries are microscopic and blind-ended. Blind-ended. These are the blind-ended. This contains the wall of the lymph capillary. Is by endothelium. Endothelium. It contains minute pores. Contains pores. Lymph capillaries contain pores. Extracellular fluid or intercellular fluid or nutrients or microorganisms are enter through the pores. Enter through the pores. Next, lymph vessels. Lymph vessels. Lymph vessels and lymph ducts. Lymph vessels and lymph ducts are contain smooth muscle. These are contain smooth muscle. Smooth muscle helps for the peristaltic movement. Smooth muscle helps for the peristaltic movement. Peristaltic movement means contraction and relaxation of the smooth muscle causes wave-like movement. This peristaltic movement helps for the movement of lymph from the lower region to thoracic region. Lymph vessels and lymph ducts resembles to the vein because it contains valves. Lymph vessels and lymph ducts are resembles to vein because lymph vessels and lymph ducts contain valves. These valves prevents the backflow of lymph. Lymph capillaries are connect to form lymph vessels and the lymph vessels are merge to form lymph ducts. These lymph ducts are right lymphatic duct and left lymphatic duct. Right lymphatic duct and left lymphatic duct. Left lymphatic duct, right lymphatic duct and left lymphatic duct. These lymphatic ducts are this is right lymphatic duct. These lymphatic ducts are opens into the venous system. At the junction of jugular vein and subclavian vein. This is jugular vein, this is subclavian vein. Thoracic ducts are lymphatic ducts are opens into the venous system at the junction of subclavian vein and jugular vein. Jugular vein collects blood from the neck and subclavian vein collects deoxygenated blood from the thoracic region. These subclavian veins connected to form superior vena cava. This superior vena cava opens into the right atrium. Right to lymphatic duct receives lymph from the right side of the body and the left lymphatic duct receives the lymph from the left side of the body. the microorganisms present in the lymph is removed by the lymphocytes of the lymph vessel before it entering into the venous system. Lymphocytes remove the microorganisms. These lymphocytes are produced by lymphoid glands. These lymphoid organs are spleen, thymus, tonsils, appendix, and malt. Lymphoid organs are spleen, thymus, tonsils, appendix, and malt. Malt means mucus associated lymphoid tissue. It occupies 50% of the total lymphocytes. Spleen is the largest lymphocyte. Lymphoid organ. It produce blood cells. Up to the 5th month of the gestation. Spleen produce blood cells up to the 5th month of gestation period. It also reservoir of the blood cells. Next, formation of lymph. These are the arterioles. These are the venules. These are the blood capillaries. These are the tissues. It is lymph capillary. The blood flows into the arterioles. The hydrostatic pressure of blood. Hydrostatic pressure of blood increases at the end of the arterioles. The blood hydrostatic pressure is increased at the end of the arteriolar ends due to the plasma, composition of water. It enters into the capillaries. The endothelium of capillaries are thin. So the nutrients, gases, other essential substances are filtered into the tissues. This fluid is called extracellular fluid. Extracellular fluid or interstitial fluid. This interstitial fluid, after the exchange of these substances, the fluid returns into the blood. This fluid returns into the blood due to the colloidal osmotic pressure. All molecules, maximum molecules, small molecules are filtered into the extracellular fluid, except albumins. Albumins are not filtered from the blood vessels. These albumins create the colloidal osmotic pressure. So the extracellular fluid For example, 100% of the extracellular fluid in the tissues, fluid in between the tissues. These 100% of the extracellular fluid, 85% of extracellular fluid is returned into the venules because of the albumin. Albumin creates colloidal osmotic pressure. Remaining 15% enters into the lymph capillaries. Remaining 15% enters into the lymph capillaries. The extracellular fluid enters into the lymph capillary. The lymph capillary fluid is called lymph. The extracellular fluid present in the blood is called plasma. The extracellular fluid present in the lymph capillary is called lymph. Deficiency of albumin causes edema. It means colloidal osmotic pressure is absent. So, the extracellular fluid present in the tissues, it is called edema. Lymphatic system is open type. But blood vascular system is closed type because lymphatic system contains lymph capillaries, but there is no network. So it is called open type of circulatory system. In blood vessels, the lymph capillaries forms network. There is no opening. So it is called closed type of circulation. Lymphatic system is open type of circulation. In pregnant women, enlargement of uterus causes pressure in the abdominal veins. It causes increase the hydrostatic pressure. So the fluids are accumulated in the leg regions. It is called edema. The composition of lymph. Lymph is similar to the composition of lymph is similar to the plasma, except in the nutrients and the proteins. Nutrients and the proteins are low quantity in the lymph. RBCs are absent in the lymph. Lymph contains water, some plasma proteins, electrolytes, nutrients, enzymes, antibodies, and lymphocytes. Chyle. Lymph contains triglycerides. Triglyceride fats, these are lymph contain chylomicrons is called chyle. Functions of lymph. Lymph returns the absorbed nutrients from the tissues to the blood, and it removes the microorganisms. And it transports the fats. These are the functions of the lymph.